Welcome to Ghent, Belgium. You may or may not have heard of it, but between 1000 and 1550, it was the second largest city in Europe. Only Paris was ahead of it. It was initially run by rich merchant families, but by the 14th century, guilds or associations of merchants started taking a lot of power, and it led to a more democratic government. The people living here have been known to be proud and rebellious, a reputation back then and now. At 299 feet, Ghent has the tallest belfry tower in all of Belgium. It was made in the 14th century, but we're here for a different reason. On top is a dragon weather vane stolen from Bruges by the Ghent folk because they're neighboring cities in the Middle Ages. I guess that's what they did. I don't know. Anyway, the dragon has not been returned to Bruges. It still sits up there. In fact, it's Ghent's status and power symbol. We were thinking of going up the belfry tower, but time's short, so we're going to skip that. And really, we wanted to do a selfie with the dragon, but the dragon's way at the top, so no selfie. Another church. No, not just any church. St. Bavo's Cathedral is amazing. It's got artwork that rivals any museum, in particular, the Mystic Lamb by Jan van Eyck and his brother. You can see these works of art in a different way, not just standing there and try to figure it out. There's a virtual reality exhibit.
Oh my goodness, here it is. So they've restored it using infrared technology to recreate the colors and the detail. Spectacular. And the virtual reality thing really made a big difference in understanding it.
In its 850-year history, the Gravensteen Castle had never been taken until 1949. And who took it? Students, college students. 138 of them occupied this castle to protest a beer tax. And to commemorate the event, every year on November 16th, students from the University of Ghent walk down the streets singing the song, The Battle of Gravensteen. In 1913, the World's Fair came to Ghent. Great excuse to fix up some old buildings and make them new again, which is probably one of the major reasons these buildings are still in great shape today. In a city full of canals, you have to get on the water. There's a few options. You have a canal boat, which we're about to go on. I wanted to do a kayak, but the kayak dock is like half an hour from here, and we were short on time. Always short on time. So let that be a lesson. Ghent does take more time than you might expect. Pretty much every city does.
25% de chaque cargaison transportée sur la liste des quelque chose en pierre pour montrer qu'il
Ghent's origins came from the confluence of two rivers, the Lea and Scheldt rivers. And the city itself was crisscrossed with canals, so the canals are basically connecting the rivers.
Ride's over. It was fun though.
As you guys get to know me, you'll find out I'm a pretty adventurous eater.
These are couverdons, and they are a specialty of Ghent. So in 1904, a pharmacist was looking for a way to make medicine that kids would eat. Kind of like gummy bears these days, so maybe it's like the predecessor to gummy bears. Most of the time they look like noses. This one looks like a face. I'm gonna check this out. Weird eating a face. Maybe I'll close my eyes. There's candy, all right. Actually, it's good. Definitely raspberry and violet. That's a nice twist. Part and parcel with Ghent's proud and rebellious nature, they have established a graffiti alley because graffiti is legal here. But if you like something, take a picture of it because they wipe these clean, so it's a constantly evolving display. Apparently, graffiti started in Brooklyn, New York in the United States back in the 70s, started coming here to Europe in the 80s. I'm from Queens, not Brooklyn, but close enough, and so I'm connected to this. It's funny how things work like that. We're all really all connected, even though we're thousands of miles apart. I'm not even going to attempt the name of this street. I'm going to put it on the screen, as you see there. So when you come to Ghent and want to check out Graffiti Alley yourself, you know where to go. We heard about this bar that the beer glasses are so valuable that they're being stolen. Apparently here in Belgium, a beer has to have a certain type of glass. So to counter all that thievery, they've been mandating exchanging your shoes for a beer. So let's see if that's still the case. We do see people with no shoes.
So I need one of your shoes, please.
Also, just one of my shoes.
Yes, please.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks. I can hop home. I should have brought some flip-flops. Well, that was fun. I got my shoes back. Hope you enjoyed this quick visit to Ghent. It was only less than 24 hours, but hopefully it gives you a sense of how special it is. Thanks for joining me on Mary Goes Round the World. Here's a tip for you. If you're using the train in Belgium, the regional train between cities like we're doing, and I highly recommend it, pick second class. Don't splurge on first. It really isn't worth it. The difference that I can tell is the seats are a little bit wider here in first class and a little more legroom. Pick second class and you can save the money, get a beer.